Okay, let's do something a little bit more fun. First off, I want to change it back to daytime myself. Let's see here. Change this to 1. Change my skylight back to 1. And then come back up here and we can put a directional light back in. And the default is a little high up there. Let's go to 2. And then we have that set back up. Okay, now let's, like I said, do something fun. First, we need to set some things up. If you come into your VRE folder, Core, come to this physics materials, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to copy one of these and call it flesh. Then come inside, and where it says default, change that to flesh. Now it looks like our metal doesn't have an actual physics material, but just keep that in mind. So keep in mind that the aluminum and your steel right now are set to default. But now we have a flesh and we have a hardwood. Now, why do I have a flesh and a hardwood? Because these two are the default materials that the weapons are able to pierce. This little dummy here is already set up with the hardwood. And the guys I want to make, which I'm going to be using these guys, I want to use our new flesh physics material. So now, any material that has this flesh or that hardwood, you're going to be able to pierce that with the weapon. Let me show you that. Okay, let me get set up here. First, I like to move with my right hand. And to make this go fast, I'm just going to use the teleport. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to grab a weapon with each hand, and I'm going to teleport right in front of this guy. So like I said, this guy's already set up with the hardwood. So these are one-handed stabbing weapons. And anything that has that wood or that flesh material, you'll be able to stab with these weapons. Now, I want to note something. This sword is a two-handed. This is also a two-handed. I haven't used this much, but I think this is also a two-handed. You have to have both hands on it in order to penetrate. Let me show you. Whoops. There we go. So now if I need to back up a little bit here. So if I try to stab this guy with just one hand, it's not going to happen. I have to grab him with both, and then I can stab him. So now, let me show you the flesh guy. So now here's our flesh guy. Now I can stab him. And I can stab him anywhere on the body, because the way we have him set up now, his entire body is flesh. So now, let's set up some guys so we can actually use this. Okay. So let's come here, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new folder for my pickup items. And I'm going to place both of them in here. Now, I'm going to make another folder. I'm going to call this one character. Now in here, let's create a new blueprint and create a new character. And this first one I'm going to make is going to be an enemy. Enemy. Ooh. And let's come to our little arena in here. I'm going to do a few things. First off, I'm going to take my start point and I want to start right in front of the dummy. And I'm going to add an enemy for testing, and he's going to be facing away. To start. That'll be fine. Now let's open them up. First off, I want to do save all. Okay, let's come to our mesh. And let's see here. Let's come here and put in a mannequin. And you can choose the Unreal Engine 4 old default mannequin for this, which is what I want to use, or you can use Manny, which is the new Unreal Engine 5 guy. So I want to use the old guy just because that's who I'm used to working with. And let's get him positioned right. So that's negative 88 minus 90. And now, according to our arrow, he's facing the right direction, and he should be on the floor. Let's take a look here and confirm. See, now he's facing that way. And he looks like he's pretty much exactly on the floor. Maybe he could be down a little bit more. It seems like some of these work better at minus 88, but I think the default is actually 90. It depends on what you're using. No, see, that's actually in the floor. Minus 89. Yeah, I was right before. Minus 88, that's about as best as you can get it. There we go. So now we got our little default guy, and he's pretty boring at the moment. So he needs an animation. And it doesn't matter which one you picked. Manny. Manny is now the skeleton for both the old one and the new. So now out of the box, he can stand there. over here, and I can just. Oh, nope, nope, we're forgetting something. Okay, let's get this set up. Let's see here. Mesh. Oh, of course. We forgot to add our flesh. There we go. Save it. And then one thing I'm going to do before I go crazy. Let's see here. I know it's in here. VRE. Core. Character. Hold on. CRC. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this. Let's see here. Okay. Right hand movement. I hate moving with my right hand. So this is where you can change a few of your default options. Don't use the physical grasping hands right now because this is bugged. But if you want to change, for instance, the movement modes, you can do so here. Anyways, now that I got that settled, okay, that's a lot more comfortable for me. We should be able to go like this, teleport behind our guy, and be like, yeah! Wait. Now what am I missing? Okay. Do we need that overlapping events again? What's going on here? Let's look at our example. Alright, skeletal mesh. Physical actor. Flesh. Okay, something is busted. This should definitely be working. Hopefully things just didn't go wacky. I've had this happen once before. Let's see, is this still working? Okay, that's still working. Are you working yet? No. That guy's working. What the heck? Okay, this is a mystery. Let me see, what am I doing wrong here? Physics actor. Do I have this set up as a physics actor? Oh, there it is. I had it set to character mesh, and it needs to be a physics actor. So the old one, it had to be a character mesh, and I should have noted that the new one is a physics actor. So here we go. Okay, we are learning things. So now, this should definitely work. There we are. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Now, of course, we're not doing any damage yet, and he doesn't have any health, so let's start to add that ability. So now let's open up our character, and the first thing we're going to do is give it some health. So create one called health, and it has to be afloat, and then duplicate that one, Control D, and rename it Health Max, and compile. And I'm going to set both of these to 100 for default. Okay, now our guy officially has health, but now how are we going to do damage to it? First off, let's give it the ability to take damage. Hold on a second. We're looking for apply damage. Whoops. No. Event, any damage. There we go. I was blanking out for a moment there. So we're going to take the damage received We're going to take the damage received and we're going to subtract that from the amount of health that we actually have. Right? And then we are going to set our health to the new number. And then what we're going to do is we're going to check to see if our new health, oops, I don't need that one. We're going to check to see if our new health is less than or equal to 0. And if that is true, we're going to do some sort of death thing. And if not, something else will happen. Now, how are we going to set up our death? For now, we're just going to print string I am dead. And how about still alive? So now, how are we going to detect when we got hit by a weapon? We're going to come here to our weapons, and we're going to go to the master class, or the melee base. So now here we have our penetration code. So here is a lodge event. And what you want to do is come here to the end, pull off here, and we're going to do apply damage. And for now, we're just gonna make the weapons do a full 100 damage. Now, you gotta get the damaged actor here, and there's a few ways to do this. But what I'm gonna do is go like this and slide it all the way down to the other actor. And now, no matter which one of these weapons I use, as long as they're set up for piercing and stabbing, they're going to do 1 damage to this guy, or excuse me, 100 damage to this guy and kill him. Let's do a test. Let's test it out. And yeah. And so yeah, I can see right there I did 100 damage. And every time I stab, yeah, 100 damage. Doesn't matter where I stab them at the moment. I can stab them in the butt, I can stab them on the arm, in the head, and that does 100 damage. Alright, we're going to stop this video for now, and in the next one we're going to work on the character more.